Hello, family. Once again, I'm speaking to you in regards to what I said last time. It is my pleasure and honor speaking to you once again this wonderful day. Actually, it is a great weekend, and it is the last weekend before we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Remember, as you're out there, that Jesus is the reason for the season, and whatever happens, it's all about Him. And so today I want to speak to us something that is important in our lives, in our day-to-day activities, and that is very, very vital in all that we do and all that we partake. And as I told us last time, you're going to be speaking about forgiveness. And so forgiveness is basically making peace with your own self and with your own heart, because most of the time we find that we're not at peace at all. You'll be smiling out there, you'll be laughing, you'll be talking to people, but actually you're not at peace at all. And so for you to be at peace, you need to come up with the act of forgiveness, no matter what the person has done to you, no matter whether they are feeling they have the essence of being forgiven or not. It is your responsibility as an individual to ensure that actually you practice the act of forgiveness, because it's very important. If you don't forgive, remember, you are hurting your own self and you'll never be at peace. And remember, if you don't forgive, these are the things that lead to depression. These are the things that lead to terminal sadness that comes our way. So we need to forgive. And as psychologists say, it is a conscious and deliberate decision to release feeling of resettlement or vengeance towards a person or a group of people who've harmed us. So remember, you need to be conscious. You're not supposed to be drunk. You're not supposed to be intoxicated. You're not supposed to be being influenced by someone to forgive. It's something that should come straight from yourself, that now I want to forgive. And so why do we need to forgive? For you to have a healthy life, for you to be at peace with the environment, for you to be at peace with any other person who is around you. Remember, a hurt person can deliberately hurt the next person because they have that feeling that even me, I've been done this before. So when you forgive and you let go of the things that people did to you, actually you'll be at peace and you'll have a healthy and a peaceful life in this particular society that we are living in today. So my advice to us today is just learn to forgive. And why should we forgive? Apart from being at peace, loving people, and showing love to any other person who is out there, remember, it is also written in the Bible that you need to forgive. And the greatest person who has ever forgiven mankind is God. Jesus Christ brought his only son to die on the cross because of our sins. Remember, sin is something that you can't even tell. But God decided to bring his own son, Jesus Christ, to die on the cross because of our sins. And so that is the first part, that forgiveness came into mankind after Adam and Eve had disobeyed God. And so even in our society today, there's so many things that are happening, but the most important thing is that we need to learn to forgive. For you to live a happy life, for you to have a happy marriage. Remember, sometimes we say for better, for worse, but things just come by. So you can't live a life of not forgiving just because your partner has done something wrong to you. So you need to forgive them. You need to practice the essence of forgiving and forgiving and forgiving. You need to forgive your parents wherever they've wronged you. Maybe they are not doing all you want, but actually it's all they have offered unto you. That is why you are where you are. So you need to practice forgiveness. Your colleagues at work, maybe they just did whatever they did to you with the essence of, okay, she'll forgive us. But now you're hurt, you're down there, you're sad, and you're not forgiving them. It is you who is hurt. So you need to learn the act of forgiving and letting go. Maybe your friends, there's some things that just happens, and if you don't forgive, my friend, you'll be sad and sad. You'll end up into depression, and so many things will happen just because you didn't forgive. So my advice to you this day is that learn to forgive, learn to letting go, learn to, even if these people do not deserve your forgiveness, but just forgive them. Just call them and tell them, you know what, I've forgiven you. You know what, this is the thing, and so I want us to make peace with each other. So when you do that, actually, it is one breakthrough that happens. Even in the Bible, it tells us that unless you make peace with your own self, so many things will pass you by. So just learn that as we come to the end of this 2020, you learn to let go and forgive. Forgiveness makes one have the act of having peace of mind, so that you end the year with a peaceful mind, with happiness, with joy, and with great things because you've forgiven. So I would love to challenge you today that if you know anybody or anyone or a group of persons who you've wronged or have wronged you since the beginning of this year, just make appointment of calling them and telling them, I've forgiven you for the things that you did. I've forgiven you. And remember, it is a conscious thing that you're doing with your conscious mind, not when you're intoxicated, not when because I've told you to do it. Just do it because it's going to make your life a happy one. Otherwise, that was all for today. I would love to encourage you to continue forgiving each other, continue living a peaceful life, continue being happy. Jesus is the reason for the season, and we're actually happy people because Jesus is about to be born. And so I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2021. 2020 has been terrible, but I believe that 2021 is going to be one of the greatest, the best years that most of us would wish it had come earlier than it's coming. But let us believe that even as 2020 ends, it is still going to end with praises, it's still going to end with testimonies, because that was the promise of God from the beginning. And I would love to encourage us that if you've not checked my previous uploads, kindly do. They entail a lot. There is about prayer. There is one that talks about me. Thank you, because of those who are still asking for more questions about myself, and some of you are asking what I had already talked about. Kindly just check back and you'll find stories about myself. You'll see more about prayer. You'll see more about how you're supposed to live. Thank you very much. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, kindly do, because I want us to walk this journey together, even as we foresee 2021, because I know it's going to be one of the greatest years. Thank you so much for being a part of this. God bless you.